Dub Nation, Warriors fans, where are you at? Okay, I'm C-Train, welcome to the station. Yeah, okay, so the Warriors right now are 5-0 in the preseason. It's Friday, so the Warriors are 5-0. They have a game tonight. They finish up their preseason schedule against the Lakers tonight, and here's what I have to say. Even if the Warriors lose this game, to me, it doesn't matter. I am absolutely sold on this version of the team. But here's the caveat: I'm sold with what they have done so far. They have proven to me, the Warriors have proven that that we need to give this squad, this roster, a chance. So the Warriors, I absolutely believe, yes, they shouldn't make any trades as of now, and this is why. They're playing good basketball. So like I said, win or lose tonight, the Warriors this season consistently have played great basketball. Not even good. They've played great basketball. Let me sort of illustrate to you though. Let me tell you what they have been doing. First of all, they've played great defense. At least good defense, okay? They got blown by a couple times. Kuminga with Tobias Harris, and he got dunked on by James. Stop. They've played good defense without fouling. That without fouling part is so key. Is so key. Last preseason game, Kuminga got blown by LeBron James for a dunk. Here's the thing. That's 2 points. Wonderful. What can make it worse? What makes that dunk worse? If it's an and one, and then Kuminga's in foul trouble, and it compromises his game. So, defending without fouling is so key, and I'm so proud of the Warriors youth for so far being able to successfully defend without fouling. Another person who defended incredibly well without fouling, although Anthony Davis did have a good game against the Warriors, Trayce Jackson Davis was able to defend consistently without fouling. I believe that either in a half or in a game, TJD only committed 2 fouls, and he was guarding Anthony Davis almost the whole time. Wonderful. That's all that we can ask for. And here's the thing. They're proving it. It's like if TJD or Kuminga like fouled out against the Lakers, maybe the narrative changes. But look, this team so far, this team has proven they have proven themselves worthy of sticking together and seeing how this thing goes. Here's another thing that they're doing. They're rebounding. The Golden State Warriors, the last game I even checked the rebounding. They're rebounding really well, but they out-rebounded the Detroit Pistons by 10 plus. They're getting rebounds, and they're getting defensive rebounds. There haven't been as many second chance opportunities and points for the opponents. What else are they doing? They're running. When the Warriors get the rebound, on defense at least, they are running in transition, and the running game it will benefit this Warriors team to run because of their depth. They can run teams and big men off the floor in the latter quarters of the game, third and fourth, right? That's like, hey, are the Warriors, have they ever been known to make third quarter runs? I understand that it's after halftime and there are lots of halftime adjustments, and also fatigue is starting to set in the second half, right? Continue to run, see how it goes. Now, stop. They're moving well on offense. The players are moving well, and also the ball is popping unselfishly on offense. The Warriors are it's no longer any type of ISO game. For example, Jonathan Kuminga, he's a good ISO player, potential to be great. However, the Warriors don't, on offense I'm talking about, the Warriors don't necessarily operate from that sole ISO, Iverson, Kobe, give me the ball and get out of the way, right? The Warriors are, pride themselves on making the extra pass, on whoever's open taking that shot, because an open shot is a good shot, right? Open shot for a professional player who the goal is to make the basket, make the shot. That's the end. They're getting wide open shots. So we absolutely love it. Now, about those shots, because this whole thing is, I'm just saying the Warriors need to stand pat. Don't panic And they need to really let this roster develop. And hey, look, that's like opposite to what I've been saying. And the reason why it's up is because this squad has just consistently won, and they've done everything that I've said right here. Here's another thing that they're doing, though. The shots that the Warriors are getting, okay? The shots that the Warriors are getting now, they're open shots on offense. So like they're making a lot of three-pointers because they're wide open threes. They're making the extra pass. Players are moving. Like, for example, Moses Moody's great at moving to the open spot, draining those threes. He had a couple corner threes last game. Lindy Waters is great. I believe against the Lakers, he pump faked, dribbled, pump faked a shot, passed out of it, repositioned, got the ball back, drained a three. I have faith in the Warriors' ability to put up points despite not having a second scorer right now, because the Warriors have been creating and making open shots. I don't have super faith. I don't have a huge amount of faith. And here's an example. When Jordan Poole was on the team, in Jordan Poole dribbling through four players, taking a step back three. Okay, how many times can he repeat that? Is that a repeatable play? Is that repeatable for consistent results? Stop now. How about a Moses Moody open three? Yeah, that's repeatable for success. Open three-pointers, Lindy Waters, Moses Moody. Those are shot makers. They're high percentage three-point makers, even like a Kyle Anderson, right? They can take and they can make open shots, and that's what the Warriors have been getting. Again, if the Warriors if they have been selfish, I would have been like, oh my gosh, look at how selfish they are. I'm waiting for them to. I almost want that. It's like, hey, it gives me more energy sometimes when they're doing poor, but they're not. They are playing absolutely amazing. Moving without the ball, passing to the open man unselfishly. Even now, here's the tough part. Here's the tough part, okay? Even if the Warriors lose a good player, so the Warriors have such a stacked roster, they are literally 13 strong, and they may lose. They may have to cut or a good player at the end of the roster may sort of just be lost. So what I'm thinking is maybe Beekman and Post have been decent, but the Warriors invested draft capital, for example, in Quentin Post. They invested a second round draft pick. That may be lost. I know he's got a two-way, but that may be converted to somebody else or transferred. But long story short, the Warriors may be letting go a quality player. And in this case, in this instance, you almost have to do it. And this is why. I am in favor of consolidating players and upgrading your talent. I don't think that the Warriors are. They've proven that they aren't necessarily, right? They don't work their fringes and trade for more capital. Here's an example. They literally let CP3 go for nothing, okay? And there are instances where the Warriors could probably consolidate a Looney and a GP2 who seriously may get limited playing time this year for a Kelly Olynyk or something like that. But I don't think that the Warriors should do that. And this is why it sends a message by the Warriors standing pat and just saying, look, we're gonna cut you. If we're gonna let you go, we're gonna let you go so you can find a great team who you want to be with. I'm saying a hypothetical if they have to cut a player. This is what it does. It sends a message around the league that the Warriors are different. And I'm totally gonna bust a team up right now. They are specifically saying that we are not like those clutch LeBron James teams. You are not player number 3, 4, 5 expendable. You have a name. You have value with us. With the Lakers, the players don't. I believe that a lot of the players are well, I hope that I stick. LeBron may trade me if he gets mad at me, right? Because the thing is when the I'm using the Lakers as an example because when they haven't succeeded in the past, they LeBron picks players to scapegoat and then they trade those players. It has happened before, okay? So it's like, did you do that with Kyrie even? Anyways, okay. The Warriors are the opposite. They're saying, hey, look, if we want you, you are valued, and we're not just going to throw you away like other teams seriously do. Here's an example. I thought, actually, this is a little weird. I thought that like Pat Beverly might have a place with the Warriors. I know I'm crazy. And also PJ Tucker as like a veteran presence. However, those players in the past, they decided nope, don't want to be on the Warriors for some reason and whatnot. And they chose other teams. Those other teams didn't care about them one bit. The LA Clippers could care less about PJ Tucker. They don't care. They do not value him as a player, probably don't care about him as a person. His shoe collection can just go, can F off. I'm like not even kidding. And that's the difference. That's the difference. Even Jerry West, unfortunately, before he passed away, he talked about the Lakers not necessarily, not treating players and personnel with dignity, with humanity. I believe that the Warriors do that as a culture. I believe it starts at the top, but it also starts with Steph Curry. Let's just be honest. Okay, if the Warriors start hot this year, which I hope that they do, the narrative will immediately change. Watch this. I put the hey, look, I'm guilty of it. I am guilty of it. But here's the difference between me and a lot of people. I've admitted it, and also it helps to grow in the analysis game. But here's what I'm talking about. If the Warriors start hot, the narrative can change from, hey, don't have a second score. So remember the narrative this whole offseason. The Warriors don't have a second score. Who's going to be this? Is Kuminga going to stop? Watch this. Stop. Now, the narrative, if the Warriors can just simply start hot against teams who honestly aren't the best teams, they're starting against like the Blazers. Okay? Okay. If the Warriors can simply start hot, the narrative changes from they don't have a number 2 scorer or anything like that to you never know who's going to step up, but all these players are deadly. Who's going to go off this game? Could it be Wiggins? Could it be Buddy Hield? Could even Lindy Waters might put up 20 against you. Kuminga's always a threat. So that actually not having a number 2 scorer in this respect of you don't know, and that everybody can be dangerous, so you have to guard everybody, that could be to the Warriors' advantage. See how the narrative changes right there? Go back in time. I did an Andrew Wiggins video just years and years ago when the Warriors traded for him. I talked about that. I said the narrative could change with him. Andrew Wiggins starts being successful for the Warriors, and it goes from Andrew Wiggins is a bust who hasn't fulfilled his potential to, and I said this, to like, oh, look, he's got a quiet type of power. He's almost Kawhi-like in his being reserved with the athleticism. He's like a wolf in sheepskin. The narrative will change for the Warriors, and as that narrative changes, this sounds weird, but like the team will really gain momentum from that, and the Warriors will gain momentum, but they have to start hot. That's the unfortunate thing, because here's the thing. The Warriors don't start hot, right? Say that, because the Warriors have like a back-to-back type thing with the Pelicans. Say the Warriors lose both of those against the Pelicans. Then it's going to be, hey, look, the Pelicans have a second score, and they have a third score. The Warriors lost because they don't have anything, right? Okay. You got to start hot. The narrative stays with you. I know that you're like, what does narrative have to do with winning and losing? It actually has to do a lot with it. Narrative, how about this? Also call it vibes then. Fine. Or culture. It's not synonymous. Right? They're not all one and the same, but they sort of do flow off of each other. The culture, the narrative, the vibes, right? We want to keep it positive with the Warriors. So start quick. The narrative, if they do start fast, hey, this is a stacked team like 22. You don't know who's going to beat you other than Steph, and Steph will beat you anyway. So this will take, what does this enable the Warriors to do? And like, this is why, if you followed me so far and you're still with me right now, this is where the viewers, the listeners of the C-Train Station really get the value. Because I'm about with this. This matters because it enables the Warriors to have advantage when and if a star asks out, and this is why. Watch this. The Warriors, it's midseason now, and it's the trade deadline. The Warriors are just killing it and whatnot. Okay, they may not make any trade, but then watch this. They have a successful season, and then in the offseason, a player, any distressed player who didn't win the championship, I'll name 2 players, LeBron James, Giannis. Absolutely. They will look at the Warriors. They will look at that culture, and they'll say, hey, look, wow. It's not just that I want to be traded. I want to go to the Warriors. I want to be part of that specific culture. They are different than my culture. I like what they have going with them. And although they are successful without 2 superstar players, their culture is healthy enough that they can take in another superstar, especially one that is now coming in with those notions that I want to be part of this giving culture, this selfless culture. Then the Warriors really start to win. I can actually see LeBron James or Giannis requesting a trade specifically to the Warriors. I believe AD did that with the Lakers, right? So there's precedent to players asking for specific teams. Now the team doesn't necessarily have to honor that request. Damian Lillard, right? Okay, but that's what will happen. That's what the narrative will be, and then you'll have just you sort of just can't go wrong. Then when you just have positive vibes, a positive, selfless team. So, in conclusion, win or lose tonight, the Warriors have shown me more than enough to be confident in this roster to start. And I gave you the reasons. Let's flow. Let me just flow over them real quick. Defending without fouling, rebounding, running the floor, selfless passing, and making open buckets. You can make it. They're all warm. They're like the Warriors are like shooting warm-up 3-pointers because they're so open. We love that. Okay, hey, what are you excited for most this season? And if you could add, this is going to be a tough one. I want to know in the comment section if you could add one player to this Warriors roster. Hey, just one current player. Who would that player be? Hey, like, subscribe, follow. We're having fun talking Warriors. It's going to be a great season. See you next time at C Train Station.